Over the last couple of years, I've talked about a lot of smart home technologies, most of which require you to be within the home, but I've never actually had the opportunity to talk about a product that will help you get into your home. That all changes today, because today we're going to be taking a look at this garage door opener with camera kit from Asante. Before we get started, however, let me go ahead and mention that Asante did send this out to me for free for review, and they are compensating me for providing my opinions here, but all the opinions that I do provide will be my own. So let's go through the unboxing, I'll set it up, I'll tell you what I think about it. As you open the box here, you can see the quick start guide at the top, helps walk you through the process of setting it up. You get a wall mount buttons reference guide. This is going to help you figure out how to wire this into your existing wall mounted garage door opener buttons. You get a sheet of paper with the mounting dimensions for the wireless home extender if you want to mount it on your wall. The camera itself, as you can see on the front, the IR LEDs, and then on the back you can see the pin location where you'll plug in the other wires and then your power connection. Next up we have the home extender, and as you look at the back of that you can see there's an Ethernet port, there's a power adapter, and a place to screw in the antenna. You get some mounting screws and anchors for both of the included devices. The wall mount for the camera itself, you can see it screws into the back of the camera and it has a swivel base so you can sort of put it at most angles. Of course, you get two really long wires that you can use to connect the camera to your garage door opener buttons. There's the antenna, which you can attach to the home extender, like so. A relatively short Ethernet cable for attaching to your router. And not one, but two power bricks, both of them identical, both of them 5 volt at 2 amps, and they seem to be interchangeable. Next up, they also included this garage door sensor. I don't believe this comes with garage door opener kit, but it can be purchased as an optional accessory. It should be mentioned here, this kit does work with just 2 garage doors, so if you have 3 or 5 or however many, you'd have to pick up multiple kits to control all of the garage doors. But if that's a problem that you've got, that's kind of a good problem to have. But inside of the garage door sensor box, of course, you get the quick start guide to help you set it up. You get a 3M sticky pad or a placement pad, the mounting base with a 3M sticky pad already attached to it, and the sensor itself. Now, as far as the setup process, basically what you're going to do, you plug in your Ethernet and power cables into the Wi-Fi home extender, because by default you're going to set it up using Ethernet. If you want to set it up as a Wi-Fi extender, you can actually do that later. You wait for the power and the cloud lights to be on. That signals that it's up and ready to use, and then go into the app. The app's available for Android and Apple. You have to set up an account. It takes just a minute or two, not a big deal. Inside of the app, once you're signed in and everything's running, it'll auto-discover, pops up and asks you to accept it and to bind it to your account. Then you can plug in the camera, wait for its power and Wi-Fi lights to come on, because it's going to take some time and pair up with that Wi-Fi home extender. Once the Wi-Fi lights on it are on and solid, you can go back into the app and discover again. And there's a place inside of the app where you can run updates on both the camera and the extender. In my case, both of them did require updates, and it took just a couple of minutes and it was not really a big deal. Next up, obviously, you're going to have the installation process. That was pretty trivial as well, and I'm not an electrician. You attach the wall mount for the camera wherever you want it on the wall, provided you can actually get power and get the cables over to your garage door openers from there. Very important, make sure to power off the garage door openers. I went into my house and just flipped the breaker to turn the entire garage off, made it very simple. Then you remove the garage door openers from the wall. This is where that little sheet of paper that tells you how to wire it from earlier is going to be very handy. At that point, you can run the included wires from the camera over to the garage door button or buttons, depending on how many you've got. Once everything is wired up, and I'm going to kind of gloss over that here because again, I'm not an electrician, I'm not here to tell you exactly how to do that. But once that's done, you can attach the camera to the wall, reattach the buttons to the wall, power up your garage door openers and the camera and everything, and then test it. Basically go inside of the app, hit the button, and if it opens, it works. If it doesn't, then you probably wired something wrong. From what I've read, I don't think it really matters which order you put the wires inside the back of the camera, so it shouldn't be able to be wired up incorrectly as long as the wires are all connected. In my case, as you can see, it went very quickly, very easily, no problems here. Then if you want to attach the sensor to it as well, all you have to do is take the cover off of the sensor, remove the tab under the battery that will flash the light and it'll come on. Go back inside of the app and you can claim it inside of there. It just came up on its own, and then test it out. Make sure the sensor itself is working appropriately before you attach it by flipping it over and back again. When you flip it over, you wait a couple of seconds and it will tell you if your garage door is open or closed. And once you've made sure the sensor is working appropriately, attach it to the back of your garage door up near the top. And as you can see inside of the app, now it says whether the garage door is open or not. And whenever you hit the button, it opens the door or closes it, waits until the sensor updates, and then lets you know know which state it's in. So I may end up actually picking up another one of these garage door sensors because that was really easy to install. I've done quite a bit of testing with this garage door opener system so far, and the camera, compared to some other cameras I've used in the past, the frame rate is not quite as high, but that's usually not all that big a deal. When I'm checking my garage, I just want to see if A, I left the garage door open or not, and B, if there's someone or something in there, and this allows that to happen. I'll probably go back and change the way that I've got the camera mounted because I can only see about 3/4 of my garage from the way I've got it right now. It's going to require rewiring everything, but that's not really that big a deal. Like I said, only took a few minutes to do it, and it came with so much additional wire that moving it around is not going to be a problem. So very early impressions of this Asante garage door opener with camera kit. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't already purchased one of these. This retails for $150 over on Amazon, and it gives you a camera and a way to control your garage doors, whether you're home or not. So in my opinion, an excellent addition to any smart home. Let me know what you think of it down in the comment section below. Thanks again to you guys for watching. Thanks to Asante again for sponsoring this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit the thumbs up down below the video, subscribe to the channel to get notified when new videos become available, and I'll see you again next time.